electric wine opener from Pampered Chef. Did you guys know this is the very first electric product that Pampered Chef came out with years ago, was our electric wine opener. So I thought tonight I would quickly show this for you guys. So Pampered Chef, who are my Pampered Chef lovers? So when I ask you a question, how the game works is when I ask you a question, you have to drink. When you ask me a question, I have to drink. And if I miss the question, I have to have 2 drinks, okay? So what happens is this can get really interesting. So this is your stand, but it was also your cutter, if you see that. So it just cuts the seal right off. So that's the first little thing. This is USB charge. You just plug this in and charge it up, okay? So no worries there. Yes, I wasn't gonna have wine either, but I got coerced to have some tonight. Then you push this down, see this, guys? Look at this. Did you see how fast that was? I just pushed that on lightly and the button, and then voila. Okay, for you wine lovers, this is a must-have. All right, we've had this for a while. This is the electric wine opener. Absolutely love it. Just sits on my counter. Tuck it away for now, and it is fantastic. Who loves that? Ask you a question. Where has that been all my life, right? Isn't it awesome? We've had it for a while, Angela. You've been missing out. So I'm wearing my glasses today so I can see better because, yeah, this is much better. I gotta keep my glasses on. I'm just learning as I go. Oh, I should get a glass out. I forgot to get my glass out. So I'm gonna start off with a glass of wine. Just keep it nice and easy. And I hope you guys are pouring your glass of wine. And if you haven't, take a couple seconds and grab your glass. So I want to say cheers and welcome, and again, thanks guys for watching. So let's get this started. So again, if you ask me a question, I will have a little sippy. So Pampered Chef is amazing. It offers a lovely products to make your everyday cooking easier, your prep time cut in half, and your food tastier, right? And basically it offers lots of shortcuts so that you can get dinner on the table, eating, so that you have more time for family and other activities going on, right? Is that not right? Right. So I have decided to do one meal pot. One meal pot? You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, all in one pot meal, that's it. And I'm using the beautiful cast iron enameled Dutch oven. Who wants this? Who wants this? I asked you a question, you have to have a drink. So this is the new cast iron. This is the 6 quart, okay? And it is amazing. It's not just for slow, but Dutch ovens are for braising and stewing and slow cooking. This is not the case for this, okay? You can use this for all kinds of other recipes. So I'm going to take the recipe from the Season's Best Cookbook, which is right now available. This ends on Sunday, guys. This is the last chance to get the Season's Best Cookbook with fabulous recipes, braised chicken. Oh, there's another recipe in the cast iron. Potato tacos. Who's ever thought of that before? And I decided to do the baked orzo today. Okay, I thought that'd be kind of fun. And it is vegetarian, but of course you can saute some chicken on the side, and you can have that as well. So I'm going to go with the baked orzo. So you preheat your oven to 400, which I have, and then I'm going to start. I'm going to just take off the lid, so it's also nice and light inside, guys. So this is so beautiful from oven to table. It goes on top of the stove and in the oven. Goes in the dishwasher. Goes in the dishwasher, guys. So this is unreal, and it's beautiful. So inside it's nice and light. These are pre-seasoned. So cast iron are usually really dark. So this is nice and light, so you can see the browning and searing happening. So that's another really great thing. And then the little dots, the little divots here, they act like a self-basting pot, because all the juices start to get locked into the lid, and it goes and juices and makes everything nice and moist, okay? So any questions, definitely let me know. So I'm going to just start with my onions. So I'm going to start with the onions. I'm going to chop them up in my manual food processor. I always love to show this guy off. Who has the food chopper? Okay, I'm getting thirsty here, guys. Got to ask me a question. Who has the food chopper? Anyone? And then who has the manual food processor? Just send me a thumbs up, or yes, I do. Anyways, this guy, this chops, but this chops, blends, and puree. So this is like a little upgrade to the chopper, okay? So I'm gonna take my onions, so you just put them in there. And I'm gonna take my manual food processor, and I'm just going to make sure the blade's on properly. The idea is just to kind of go Did anyone ask me a question yet? You have it? Okay, good stuff. So I'm gonna have a look. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm gonna go a little bit further. So actually I should show you before I go a little bit further. So that's like nice. If you want it a little bit chunky, you can do that. But if you want it a little bit more. So Susan's on here tonight. Susan's been one of my hosts for, she got so many bookings that she's been in all these parties and cooking classes. So thanks for joining again, Susan. There is the onions, nicely chopped, okay? So who has scrapers? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find the right one. Anyways, there's the scrapers here. I'm gonna start to put my oven onto medium, and I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to the pot. So what you do is you start the recipe on the top of the stove and you finish it off in the oven because we're gonna bake the orzo. So that's really cool. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm not one to really measure, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I've been cooking all my life, but I do have, a good sense of how much oil and things I need. So I don't use too many measurements, but of course the Pampered Chef products help get those measurements accurate and amazing. So I'm gonna dump that into my pot. And I'm going to start to get that going. So you always want a little scraper with this. You can make salsas in this manual food processor. You take your tomatoes, your onion, your jalapeno, your cilantro, and chop away. You can make guacamole in this. This guy chops, blends, and purees up to like baby food. Did I get anybody asking me a question? Is the Dutch oven non-stick? What type of utensils? Okay, you can use any kind of utensil on this. You can use your silicone, you can use your metal, you can just be a little bit careful with that one. You can use nylon, of course. It isn't that it's not a non-stick. You do have to actually be careful with that. But it cleans up so amazing. It is amazing. So I have to drink, I know. You asked me a question, so let me make sure I have my little sippy. 2 drinks! Oh my God, okay. Let me tell you. Oh, so nice to have wine delivered to your house. This is such a nice treat. I call this happy meal. Absolutely. There's my 2 sips right there. Thank you. Text me 705-770-2221 and I will get you extra tickets into the door prize. So that's the manual food processor. I'm going to add some garlic. If I miss a question, it's just because I'm cooking, so just kind of give me like a little bit of heads up. So the garlic press, who has this? You don't have to peel the garlic, right? So that's amazing. So years and years ago, I would do cooking classes and I'd come to your house a couple years ago, right? Obviously before pre-COVID. And I would do all these cooking classes in your house. And they were fun, but I'd have mostly you guys do all the cooking so you could try all the products out. So that was always really fun. So maybe one day again. So there's the garlic. I just take my, what I call my Barbie brush, and I put that right into the pot there. Yes, yours is coming. And there's your peel, guys. You haven't touched the garlic. It's always important to have a garbage bowl as well. It's another little suggestion and foodie tip is always have one handy, or your compost little container. I like the garbage bowl instead. And then it's good to go. So I'm going to saute some onions. Just take a couple seconds. This pot retains so much heat. Okay, guys, you can cook this and then it can sit for hours and it's still so nice and warm. Not like hot, but really nice and warm. But if it's like, 30, 40 minutes later, you're still having a very hot meal. I've made spaghetti in here. I've made, what have I made in here? I made an orzo in here, not the baked one, but another one. I've done my pastas in here. I've done so many recipes. It just sits on my stovetop. It's so beautiful. Matches my kitchen as well, so I love it for that. And there's also the blue. Oh, let me tell you about the blue one. So when you add garlic to a recipe, you want to make sure that you're adding enough garlic, guys. So the recipe should just say 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, and you're like, okay. And then you're like, why doesn't this taste so good? You kind of always want to make sure that your rule of thumb is like a garlic per person. So garlic press, put it on your list, guys. If yours is going black, you want to get a new one because you've been using a knife. No. You need this nylon one, okay? So 1 garlic per person is the rule of thumb, okay? So I actually already had a couple of garlics in there with my onions. I kind of cheated because I wanted to kind of get the recipe going. Okay, so a little bit of oil in there. Okay, that's what's going on so far. trying to make sure you can see. Any questions? No, we're good. So I'm going to go on to my next ingredient, which is red pepper. So I need some red pepper. I'm going to take, so 3 things you need in a kitchen, guys. You need good knives, you need good cookware, and you need good cutting boards. So some of you know, or some of you might know, I was a chef with President's Choice Cooking Schools, and I loved it. It really challenged me, and I was cooking in front of adults and kids, all that great stuff, but they had really awful cooking tools. I'm not going to lie. They really did. And I'm going to just say that open-candidly, I'm sorry. It was like the cutting boards were warpy, the knives were dull. So Pampered Chef brings professional products in your everyday home, okay guys? This is good for people who don't like to cook, dislike cooking, people who don't know how to cook, people that are professional cooks that are just love it. This, guys, Pampered Chef are professional products for everyday cooks. So I'm going to take my pepper, I'm going to just slice off the top, then I'm going to take my scoop and loop, okay? So this has little teeth on it, so this is great for cantaloupe seeds and anything with seeds in it. And there I'm going to take my pepper, okay? And I'm just going to take it right out and take all this out. It's a little hard to see, I do apologize about that. And voila, all the seeds are gone. So you have to, all those pesky little seeds, okay, there might be like one there, but that's okay. So I'm going to saute my onions a little bit. And the recipe doesn't call for mushrooms, but I had some mushrooms hanging around, and I know mushrooms and orzo is going to go together. Does everybody know what orzo is? Does everyone know what that is? Has anyone ever cooked with orzo? You'll have to have a drink. Does anyone not know what that is? Let me know. Let me know. I can see your comments. Keep coming. I don't know why I don't see them all. Maybe there's more comments. I have to scroll up. Nope. The last comment I see is I have one from Angela. So there's another comment before that, after that. Please let me know, but I don't see any more. So sauteing that up, put the fan on for, we should be okay for a couple minutes. So another little trick to sauteing, guys, if you only want to keep to your minimum, if you're watching your calories and you want to be careful with how much oil you put in, you want to use something called a water saute. So if you're sauteing and it's browning, but it's not to where you want it to be, just add a little bit of water to your pot. So it's deglazing your pan, and it's not adding extra calories into your recipe, okay? So I'm gonna keep going here. See if there's any more comments. Like I said, I'm gonna add the mushrooms. I just had them hanging around. I wanted to get them out of my pantry, out of my fridge before they started to go a little bit bad. So you can do that. You can add zucchini, or you can add, you know, another vegetable in here, not a problem. It calls for peppers, onions, vegetable broth, fire roasted diced tomatoes. Is the Dutch oven non-stick? No, it didn't say that it was. Cast iron is not non-stick, okay, guys? But it is definitely really retains its heat very well, okay? There's the non-stick is the cookware is non-stick, right? So this is cast iron. Then this is a 6-quart pot, by the way, guys. Then we also have the 4-quart pot. You asked me questions that I was doing. Thank you. Can you use cauliflower rice instead of orzo? Oh my God, that's a great question. That is too stiff. I would have totally gone for cauliflower rice. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you're trying to sub out your pasta, you can also use quinoa. Quinoa is another great. Yes, I know what orzo is, but yes, you use it for soups. And you can make rice pasta salad and seafood and other recipes. Very good. Just making sure. It's just a little box here in case you're not sure. Okay? The orzo, you can do like orzo with fennel and bacon. You can put it in salads and soups, just like Paula said. Thank you. Can you use cauliflower rice? Yes, you guys can. So there's comments and there's questions, right, guys? So I don't have to drink for that one. So now I've got my onions and my mushrooms sauteing in here. And what I'm going to do is take half my pepper, just quarter it up. So the knives that we have are lifetime warranty knives. I like my Santoku knife quite a bit. They have good weight to them. They're lifetime warranty, full tang German steel, guys. So who has the Pampered Chef knives? Anybody? Anybody? Who has the knives? They are fantastic. So when you host a party, you do get things for free and half price. So it's always a great way to get our full knife block collection over here. If you can see in the corner, sorry, you might not be able to. So it's getting quite brown on the bottom of my pan here. So I want to do a little water deglaze, just a little bit. Okay. Just to kind of get those little brown bits off the bottom. And that's going to add extra flavor into your recipe as well. And make sure it's all put in there. So it's really good. And this washes up so good, guys. You can have a sticky pasta sauce in here overnight. Leave it, wash it the next day. It comes right out. I'm not kidding. I don't understand. It's kind of like a magic pot. Okay, so yes, Susan has the knives. She loves them. Thank you, Susan. She got the whole set, the block, everything else. So I'm going to now take my pepper and show you what a pepper looks like chopped up. There you go. Nicely finely done. So great for kids to help you guys as well in the kitchen, because you're not using like sharp tools, that's just putting it in there and good to go. So they can help you as well. And if you're like not into chopping so much, this is a great handy tool. Just be very careful. The blades are very sharp. So this can go in the dishwasher and your lid would just get rinsed under the stove so that you don't ruin the mechanism, because the mechanism's in the lid. Alrighty? Alright, so I'm going to start to add my chopped onion, bell peppers. Okay, I've not made this particular recipe, but I have a pretty good idea how it's going to roll out. So I'm going to add those peppers, and I already had a pepper already chopped and prepped ahead of time to make sure that we don't spend hours here, so keep it going. I'm going to throw in the rest of my diced peppers I did by hand earlier. Put them in. It calls for 2 peppers, but I'm happy with 1.5. Because I have, the first one was a little bit bigger. So I'm going to add that into the bottom. So I'm liking what that looks like. Cook that up. So until it softens to about 3 to 4 minutes, a couple minutes. I'm going to probably speed that up too. Then we're going to add some vegetable broth. We're going to add the orzo, and I'm going to open up the can of tomatoes. So I'm going to show you guys the next wonderful Pampered Chef tool, which is our can opener. Okay, who has the can opener? This is what it looks like, guys, ladies, from the day you buy it to the forever. It never contacts the food, and what's so great about it is there's no sharp edges on the lid or on the can itself. And you just butt it up against the lid like so, and you just keep turning and keep turning. Give that a stir. Make sure that's nice and evenly browned. Keep going. We sell quite a few of these. I sell lots of these can openers. Then I kind of feel a little glitch there. I quarter turn it off. Text me if you're just joining, 705-770-2221 to get into next door prize for extra tickets. Then you take that off and you, oh, I think I didn't get the other side. I don't think I was paying attention to how far I was going around. Okay. I just opened the other can of chickpeas with no nothing. Of course, when you're live, always something's a little funny, right? And it's like never, ever, ever happened before. And you're like, why is this happening now? Okay, you gotta be. I think it's okay. We might not have tomatoes. What's happening? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna pry it. For some reason, the other half doesn't want to open up. So it's cutting the other half. Any suggestions? Try best thing ever. Yes, it is normally, but this won't catch the. I think the can's a little warpy. Okay, so I'm gonna just. It's not sharp, so that's. Braxton, can you come here? Get my son. Careful, careful. Braxton, I need your help. Only half the can's opening for me. Can you work on that? Here, come over here. Going to be in camera. Just open half. Just get that open. You don't want to know. We're just going to ignore that. what's the new things that are coming for spring? Thanks for changing the subject. Okay, well, quite a few new things. I wanted to mention the gray cast iron, and then we've got the blue. So this is the 1 quart, okay? Cast iron side dish, great for desserts and side dishes, okay, with your meal. So it looks beautiful. You have the matching set. These aren't new, but I wanted to mention these are for the roundup for the food banks, the silicone utensil set. Love, love, love this as well. So we give $1 goes towards the food banks, which is equivalent to 3 meals, and it's a nice little gift back. It's called Roundup for the Heart. Alrighty, so now we have lots of new products. I don't know where to start. There's too many to show you. Let's keep going here. Make sure I get all my ingredients. Okay, thank you. Did you just get the half quart thing? So anyways, all right, we have a new avocado peeler cutter. So this will slice your avocado, and this will take that pit out. You just put it on, twist, pops out the pit, and you can cut your avocado. Okay, so this is brand new, all right? Do they all come with lids? What was the question for what, hun? What product? Oh, no. Cast iron does not all come with lids. Just the one that I'm using right now comes with lids. And the 1 quart and 2 quart does not come with lids at all, okay? So, I am going to, something nasty, get that out of there. Okay, so where are we now? Right, so we are going to add the broth, the tomatoes, and the orzo. All right, so I've got measuring cups here. Who has our measuring cups? Oh, I have to drink. You're right. Susan, you know this game well, don't you? All right, so these measuring cups, what's great about them, guys? They're easy read. So you just pour and you can see right through there. So I'm going to just add the orzo first, and this is our 2-cup prep bowls. The prep bowls are amazing. They all have lids. Yes, the measuring cups are great. The prep bowls are great. These guys, the 2-cup, and then the 1 cup, and I have the 3-cup. And I have plenty full of these. I have like 10 of these. Got about 5 or 6 of these. You can't get enough of these. They all have lids. Got them. Love them. Love them, love them. Great. Great, great, great. I just want to toast the orzo for 2 seconds. The orzo's gone in. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of spices now. So one of our brand new products of the spring line is our lemon garlic. It doesn't call for the spice, it actually calls for Greek, but I'm going to add some lemon garlic. And what I love to do, guys, is I love to mix my flavors. So add a little bit of lemon, I'm going to add a little bit of Italian. The Italian I use as my go-to spice, really, when I'm making these kind of dishes. Love, love, love. So I'm going to just sprinkle that in. And I'm going to add a little bit of bell pepper rub. So these are rubs you would not find in the grocery store. They're all gluten-free as well, guys. So I suggest you pick up some seasonings and rubs. And some people don't even realize that we even carry these. I'm going to add the 2 cups of vegetable broth. Now, I really like making my vegetable broth from scratch. So, I've made vegetable broth in this pot too. Yes, I have, and it's beautiful. So, I've made it from scratch by taking all my vegetable ends. I put them in the freezer, and then I bring them out on a Sunday afternoon, and I'll simmer them down, and I'll add some tomato paste and a little bit of nutritional yeast to give it a little bit of a cheesy flavor, but a very nice flavor as well. A nice, very nice substitute to cheese. And yes, so this one I had to buy. I ran out of my vegetable broth, so it's time to make more. Now I'm going to add the tomatoes, okay? And it calls for about half a can. It's a 14 ounce, this is a 28 ounce. I'm just going to go for half a can there. Now I probably would have reduced the vegetable broth and maybe used all the tomatoes, but I already did the 2 cups of vegetable broth to 2 cups of orzo, so I'm going to stop there. And I'll probably use that in another sauce or spaghetti, another like a chili or a soup or something. All right, so that's going there, looks really, really good. So then I'm going to add some salt. So salt is a very important ingredient, guys. If you don't use it, you're wondering why your food doesn't taste good, it's because you haven't added salt, okay? So you gotta add salt, and you gotta add a nice amount of salt. It basically helps season all of the other spices that you're putting in there to balance out all the flavors, alrighty? Any more questions? So I started this business about 12 years ago, and I was a stay-at-home mom, not in this home, in another home. And My kids at the time were 10 and 12, just a little bit by myself. And I decided, okay, it's time to have our Get Pampered Chef party and get some great products because I had a brand new home, right? So I decided to give this business a try very, very reluctantly. I was like, I don't think I'd ever do anything like this. So I decided to give it a go. And back then all we did was in-home parties. And guess what? I couldn't even speak in front of people. I was so shy. So I was like, I can't do this. But oh my God, did I ever step out of my comfort zone? 12 years later, own my other business with Indian plates, cooking classes, do this, and I'm so grateful because all I have now is Pampered Chef because everything with COVID, I had to stop my other classes. I didn't work with President's Choice. They closed down their cooking schools. This is all I had. So if you know anyone that's looking for a little extra income or a side hustle and want to do something like this, you can do this part-time, hobby, career time, full-time. So it's awesome. It calls for a can of chickpeas. So I already had opened up those earlier with no malfunction. And this is a really cool tool too. This is our easy read colander. So it's great for just when you want to rinse a few blueberries or raspberries or whatnot. It's nice and easy to pull out of the cupboard. It's small, compact. So I'm going to add the chickpeas. So we're getting some protein and fiber into our recipe, guys. So I love that. And then, now I'm going to mix that up a little bit. I'm going to add some extra protein enrichables, okay? So I'm going to talk about this in a second. I'm going to get it in there. And I'm going to even go a little further and add this so you guys can see what is this all about. This is a super veggie, and I'm going to add some more veggies into my dish, okay guys? So we're going to get, well, me and my family are going to get super nourished tonight. So we got extra protein in here, pea protein, and then we've got those enrichables. So I've kind of brought them up a little bit before in the posts and stuff a couple of days ago, and I'll probably post again about them. So it's a fairly new product. So another new spring product, you were asking Angela, are the enrichables. Does the colander have measurements? Yes, it does. Great question and great timing because I need a drink. You guys have to get a wine club. It's so good. So now, maybe not that one specifically, but anywhere, wine clubs are great. I'm not trying to, tell you which brand. So basically add the broth, the orzo, tomatoes, chickpea, red pepper flakes. Oh my gosh, the best part. And salt, bring to a simmer. Perfect. So this is simmering. Oh, I love things spicy. I love them. So this is actually all grown from the garden, crushed, and I used my handy dandy blender to crush these all fresh from the garden, guys. So they are nice and they are flavorful and they're just freshly dried from the season. Ooh, I kind of went a little hardcore there, but that's okay. My kids, they know what I'm like. They know that you gotta eat food hot here. You're gonna come to my house, you're eating flavorful hot food. So I've got my chilies in there. That is just elevates your food to another level. And if you can't handle spices, that's okay. Then don't do them. Why enrichables are overusing fresh veggies? Okay, so it is not overusing fresh veggies. That's a great question. It's a boost to your nutrition, guys. So what it's doing is it's going to add the extra nutrients and vegetables that you need. Because I'm going to be really honest with you, I eat pretty healthy and I watch what I eat and all that great stuff. But I still on a daily basis do not get all my veggies in, okay, you were serving. So this gives that boost. So you just look at it this way, like one serving of veggies and breakfast. Not very many people eat veggies. I actually eat salad for breakfast sometimes. That's another story. Then we have 2 veggies for lunch. Think about your lunches. Are you getting 2 full servings of veggies sometimes? And then you need 3 servings minimum for dinner, okay? And that, I'm gonna drink in a second. And that is why this guy comes in place, because it takes care of your protein and your veggies. And we have another one up here in my cupboard. I have the Kale and Fiber. Now these packages are no longer available. They come in pouches. I just have some extras here. So the Kale and Fiber is 2 cups of kale in that package. So in this guy, we've got mushroom powder, pumpkin powder, parsnip powder, broccoli powder, and cauliflower powder. There's nothing else in here. 15 calories. Nothing. No. They're vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, made without nuts, and soya-free. This is amazing, guys. I've been using it for a while. It's a subscription. You can get it for $31, this pouch delivered to your house, and you can cancel it anytime, or you can do it one time and try it for $38 and because it's free shipping for the subscription, but it's a smaller pouch for $38. So it's pretty much, I suggest getting this one, okay? So I'm gonna stop this. This is simmering because this guy has to now go into the oven. But I am going to do one other thing before. Do I want to do this now? No. Hopefully do this while we, yeah. I'm adding basil to it, fresh basil, because I was at the grocery store today. Oh yes, I have to drink. And I saw some great fresh basil, so I wanted to add that to it. So it's always great to add fresh ingredients to your recipes. All right, so do you guys have, I gotta ask you a question. Who's my Pampered Chef lovers? Drink. Okay, so I'm gonna add some, this is kale and spinach, guys. So I'm just adding this in. And you can add rapini to this. You can add any greens to this. So my kids, we eat our greens, guys. We do. But I'm telling you, not every meal has veggies in it. So that's why Enrichables come and help you guys out, okay? So I'm just going to mix that together, show you what's going on here, and then I'm going to put this in the oven. It's almost ready. It only takes 10 minutes in the oven, guys, 10 to 12 minutes in the oven, so it's not that long. So that's what's cool about that. How does that look? Nice and healthy and full of nutrients. So I'm going to grab the lid. Where did I put that? Okay. And in the oven. So for hosting, you get this for 60% off. So my lovely hosts get this for 60% off. Okay, that's awesome. They get the whole set, and you can choose the blue set. So in the oven it goes, and we're done there. And I'm just gonna set the timer, because I tend to talk a lot, especially if you ask me a lot of questions. I always add spinach to most of my dishes, and I would normally add it at the end, but the recipe calls for it now, so I'm gonna just be mindful of that. But in my knowledge of cooking, I would have added that right at the end. I just think the nutrients would have been a little bit better, but that's okay. So we're gonna go into our basil. So I'm gonna take my fresh basil in my prep bowl. You can make that recipe in the crock pot. Yes, you can. I'm gonna take my kitchen shears. And this is another thing your kids can help you with, or people not comfortable with a knife, and snip things like sticky things like roasted red peppers, sun-dried tomatoes. One day, guys, I was really lazy and I wanted to just have a little pita pizza really quickly. All I did was I pulled out this, and whatever I could snip, my mushrooms, my peppers, my onion, I snipped. And that was my pizza. So that's a true story, years and years ago. So you can snip away, because sometimes cutting herbs, it's not so easy for some people, okay? So this is a nice way to cut up all your herbs and chop it nice and fine. So I'm gonna put this in, and there's a lot of basil here, and I'm gonna put all of that into the pot because I love flavor. So I will have a drink because you asked me about the rock crock, and I'm gonna talk about the rock crock in 2 seconds, and I'm gonna make homemade peanut butter. Who's excited for the homemade peanut butter? Take a drink. Okay, so there it is, guys, couple of seconds, and there you have it, voila. Beautifully chopped, not bruised herbs. So it's not just for herbs, it's opening all your pasta packages, everything. These are kitchen shears, guys, professional kitchen shears. Everything comes with, anything sharp comes with a cover as well, so you're good there. Our flexible cutting mats, these are excellent as well. So for making, like when you're prepping like an apple, something quick and easy, and then you can cheese, and you can grate and pour, so that's really good too. I have to have my drink now. Oh, I'm almost done my glass. I may have to pour more. Just kidding. These are new with Pampered Chef too. Our trivets, our little hot pads, and they all stack up in each other. Nothing special, but pretty cool. Nice new colors. I think they're cool. Wanted to show you those. I'm trying to tease you a little bit. So, our rock crocks. Who has the rock crocks? This one is the 4-quart Dutch oven. So this is the shishi poo poo cousin to stoneware. Okay, guys? So this guy can be also, you can use this, but we're talking cast iron tonight. But of course, this is a nice alternative because this goes on top of the stove, under the broiler, in the microwave, in the oven, washes in the dishwasher, and goes on the barbecue. Oh yeah, This guy goes on the barbecue, and it has an all-in-one pot, okay? So it is another beautiful pot to have in your kitchen. It cooks fast. You can use it in the microwave. 2 chicken breasts, 8 minutes done. I did a cake in here last week before Valentine's Day. I did it on my cooking class. I used 1 box of cake mix. I used half a container of frosting. I used a can of pop. Yes, I did. I mixed it all in there, and I put it in the microwave for 10 minutes, and I added peanut butter, and we had chocolate lava cake in 10 minutes. So it's your dessert maker, pasta maker, 16 minutes done. So if you're looking to cut corners and you need some ideas, I try to teach no recipe recipes, and that Dutch oven, this black one here, is your answer. Because people who don't like to cook is awesome. The cake was perfect. Yes, it was, because Susan has had me in her home way back in the day, and I've made that cake for her and her friends. You can use vanilla cake mix. You can use cherries on the bottom. You can be creative with that cake mix for $5. Your kids are going to be like, holy Hannah, they love it. So I'm going to go on to making the peanut butter while we wait for the orzo. So I'm just going to clear this away here. And can you guys see that? Oh, you know what? I'm going to switch it over. Yeah, I think we're good. Can you see it? I asked you a question. Can you see it? Yes or no? Susan's watching. Thank you, Susan. Anyone else? Angela, where are you? Questions? Does it only work when I have questions or I'm talking to myself? So, peanut butter, deluxe cooking blender. Ready to see magic happen? Okay. 3 cups of peanuts roasted. These are salted, and that's okay. I don't mind a little bit of salt in my peanut butter. And I'm going to use it in my deluxe cooking blender. This is amazing, guys. This is, if you want something to cook for you because you don't like to cook, this is the cat's meow. All right, you can see it perfect. So we're going to take 3 cups of peanut butter, just pour it into your blender, and I'm going to put on the lid, turn it on, switch it to grind, walk away. So it's going to make us peanut butter. So as that's making us homemade peanut butter, because my son eats peanut butter every day, this is amazing. Totally normal. This has a vortex blade, guys. So this blade captures all of the ingredients. I can use my tamper if I need to. Stop in 1 minute, and peanut butter was ready. So this blender, guys, we use it every day, twice a day. You're a little afraid of that? You don't need to be. That's loud because of the peanut butter, and it's really making it smooth. Wait till you see. Look at that. So this peanut butter, it makes, so it grinds. You can do like coffee grinds, the peanut butter, other nut butters you want to do. You can do alternate milks. You can make almond milk. You can make cashew milk, all kinds of things. Nicola has it too. Actually, she passed toast of mine as well. So thank you for joining last year. And Sharon does past toast is mine too, and it's her birthday, right? I know she's going to join us and watch tomorrow. So happy birthday to you, Sharon. She's a past host of mine as well, so I love that. And I never did live demos before, did I, Nicola? So this is brand new. Like, I've been doing this since January. I've done them like before and in my other classes, but decided to kick it up a bit with Pampered Chef and show you guys. Oh, sorry for the noise. And I knew it was going to be done in 2 seconds. So this thing is amazing. Can you put an ice cube in the blender? Does it come with different plates? So great question. Doesn't come with different plates. You don't need it. Don't need it too. And yes, you can put ice cubes in it. It makes ice cream. It makes nice cream. Take your frozen berries and take a little bit of coconut milk or almond milk. You've got healthy, nice cream, ice cream, okay? Yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the demo. I want to make sure that you're all having fun here. So this thing here, let's show you guys. I'm going to do pre-recorded videos too. This is the peanut butter, okay? Look at that creamy, smooth peanut butter. So you can put, I make smoothies in this every day too, Nicola, that's right, with ice. The texture, the consistency, there's no bits in that, guys. Your family, your kids are gonna love you. There's no preservatives in that peanut butter. So it makes, the milks, I said it makes soup. So the other great thing, guys, is this makes soup. You can take all your frozen vegetables, all your fresh vegetables, and it has a recipe book. And I don't have it in front of me, let me grab it. And you can make butternut squash soup. You can make all kinds of soups with it. You can do mushroom soup. The mushroom biscuit is so good. Cauliflower soup, cheesy potato soup. So it has all the ingredients, so super easy to use. Nicholas has this as well, so she can vouch for that. So this the only one on the market. Are you ready for the showstopper? It makes homemade jam. Homemade jam, guys, in like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. That's it. Blueberry jam I've made. Blueberry jam's expensive. So I've made blueberry jam in it before. I've made all kinds of wonderful jams in there. So easy, so lovely. It has a patent on it. Does a heated puree, so you can take cauliflower. I think I'm gonna do this week because I just bought cauliflower. I'm gonna make cauliflower puree to use instead of potatoes for my shepherd's pie. And I'm gonna use my vegan ground round because I like to sub out meat sometimes. I'm totally meat eater, but I'm trying to also go a little bit more vegetarian and vegan. So I like to call myself a flexitarian and flexitarian and lactose on my wine. And anyway, so in saying all that, I love to kind of like play with food. And when you try to experiment with vegan food, oh my God, your whole palate is exploding with so many other great ideas and recipes. I love you. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Angela, are you going to book a party? I love that. Definitely text me, 705-770-2221. So this is the cooking guide, guys. It has everything, the one-on-one to get your blender up and running. This guy, when you host, you can get it for half price. So Angela Taylor, if you want to host a party, you can get this for 50% off. But if you want to buy it, it's $4.49 right out, and it's worth every penny because it's a high-end blender, guys, okay? So the Orzo is going to come out in a couple of seconds. I think I've got everything under control. Oh, because of I always forget to show this. Look, isn't it beautiful? This is the pizza peel. Because now our new stones, they are, you can preheat the new stones, and they also go into the broiler and the dishwasher too. So these are the new stones, the catalog, guys. If you still need me to send you a catalog link, I can. So the waffle pattern, that waffle pattern is means that you can use it under the broiler, in the dishwasher, and it goes in the microwave. And then that's our new toaster pan that everyone's going crazy over because we have our wonderful deluxe air fryer that I would have shown you guys, like for sure. I would have shown it and totally raved about it if you know me, but it's sold out, so I can't even sell you one. So, oh, she's having a baby on May 10th. Okay, sorry, I couldn't read that properly. She loves how I think. Okay, great. So anyways, this here is your charcuterie board, or your serving board. Like, look at this, walking around with appetizers when we can all have some friends and family over. Like, you know, it's my birthday next week. I want to have some fun. I want to have some fun on this board and have some nice cheese and all kinds of great jellies and stuff. Or you roll your pizza on here, and then you slide that onto your preheated stone. Is the dishwasher without soap? No. For what? The stones? Absolutely not. No, you can use soap on it, girl. You can use soap. Oops. That's my brand new cupboard. I got all these cupboards painted. I got my kitchen done thanks to Pampered Chef. Extra income, not extra income, it pays all my bills. And I'm able to renovate my house. This house was the model home, and it had a very different color cabinets. They were actually quite cool, beigey, lilac-y. I just got them painted, so I'm pretty happy. Anyway, let's wrap up. So really, there's really 3 ways to experience Pampered Chef. Of course, I talked about a little bit about the business opportunity. We do have some starter kits in our catalog. If there's ever interest in getting any information about the business. Oh yes, the stones are dishwasher safe with soap, guys, yes. We have some starter kits in the back of the catalog. The last kit is actually gone because we don't have the air fryer anymore. So we just actually have 2 starter kits. So if you're like, I want everything, and you know what, I love Pampered Chef, maybe I could do this part-time as a hobby, you might want to get a starter kit because you get 75% off, and that rock croc's in there too. Okay, so for $129, you get over $500 worth of products, and if you spend $229, you get over $900 worth of products. So definitely reach out and talk to me about the business offer, because honestly, we are hiring. This is the right company at the right time, because guess what? Everybody's cooking at home and everybody is shopping online. Okay, well, not everybody, but you know what I mean. I thought with the stones you couldn't use soap because, no, that's changed, guys. We are upgrading. Pampered Chef is in the now. That is old school. No. These are changed. You're right. They're all brand new stones, guys. We did that last, not this catalog. Was it this catalog? Or the catalog before? Maybe it was this catalog. So this fall, we had launched the new stones. We sold out of them. They just came back on today. You can only get the pizza stone, the large bar pan, the toaster pan, and the loaf pan. All the other stones are gone because we are selling like crazy. Over 300% in sales. We went up as a company 2020. So the second way to experience Pampered Chef is to have your own online party and host one as well with me. And what I'm saying is that tell your friends, come on in and let's have a free cooking class with Sylvia, and we're going to learn some new things. You learned about glazing your pot, you learned all these little fun little things, I hope you did, and you get a free cooking class from me if you have an online party, okay? And the last way to experience Pampered Chef is, of course, to do some shopping, so our lovely hosts Angela and Charlotte can get a shopping spree, and if you guys would like to purchase, there's links I'm going to post and I'm going to pin post them to the top probably tomorrow, and then you guys can place your orders. And I'd love your orders in by Friday. If you can't have them by Friday, I will definitely leave the shopping links open, but they must close on the 28th, the last day of February. Okay, so I'd love all your orders in. Your stones that are 20 years old, I know that's the thing with our products, they last forever. So I'm now booking all new spring and March parties. So I'm going to give you a little sneak of the latest, greatest product with Pampered Chef. And I'm going to show a video and give you a teaser because, of course, it's the new spring launch and we want to share all the new spring products. So all you Pampered Chef lovers, you can say, oh, I just went to a party. So what? We got all the new stuff, guys. So you're not going to have the new things. So I'm not going to give you all the things, but this new electronic, you're gonna want it. You're gonna want it. Oh yeah, I gotta take out that Orzo. My gosh, I forgot. Nobody reminded me. I forgot. The beeper went and I was talking. So we're gonna wrap up. Oh my gosh, I'm a little longer than normally. I'm sorry about that. I was just super casual, but I hope you guys are enjoying so far. You know, I'm just wanted to have a peek at it before I pull it out. Just to kind of make sure it's not burnt. It's not burnt. I'm just kidding. It's not burnt at all. It looks good. Oh yeah. My kitties are gonna be happy. We're having a late dinner tonight, but that's okay. I'm gonna put the lid down for a second. Super hot, guys, so make sure you wear protective gear. We have these in gray now. This is the old color. I need to switch it out. But why break it when it's not, why replace it when it's not broken, kind of thing. There's dinner. Okay, so there's the Orzo. And of course you would taste it to see if you need to add any more seasonings, things like that. And you know what? It smells delicious. It looks so hearty. I've added all those enrichables into it. Any more questions about the business or any products before I say goodnight? You can add a little bit of feta cheese to this. You can add, add your fresh basil to this. Oh yeah, we are definitely throwing in that fresh basil. If you have some oregano, you can add that to it. So again, don't be afraid to mix spices. Check out our pantry line. Definitely check that out. check out our enrichables. Be some of my guinea pigs. I'm looking for product testers to test this out. Even if you try it for a month, you can subscribe and cancel the last day of the month and you won't get charged for the following month. Now your fresh basil, thank you. Any more questions? So that was a little extra I added to the recipe. So I always love to add extra things to recipe, and I always suggest kind of look in your fridge what needs to go in there. If there was a a mushroom or a pepper going a little bit, it's getting on its way out, throw it in your recipe, even if it doesn't call for it, okay? So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We're gonna have some yummy peanut butter. I wanted to show you guys one other thing. So we have these silicone little prep bowls now as well that you can store your peanut butter in. This is from last week, guy. I made this last week, and this is last week's peanut butter. There was 2 of these. It has lids. These can be put in the freezer for soup. So these are great to take to work. You can put them in the microwave. You can put them in the oven, obviously with the lid off. So these are also maybe kind of new to some of you guys. So instead of our glass, they're silicone. So on that note, I want to say cheers. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning us. Now we have 7 people. We have more viewers now than ever. So I'm not sure who's joined us at the end. I'm sorry, you might have to rewind and look at the video. But I hope you guys had fun. Don't forget to give back to the food banks, the silicone utensils. There's so much to show, and I'd love to have another get together with you ladies. So let me know who's having the next party. Don't forget to text me, and I appreciate all of you again, and have a good night. Cheers.